Really, really interesting. I've done some work in the federal space, not a whole lot, but if you have an opportunity to get into that niche market, it's pretty good. And I'll tell you why. The federal space, they are used to having that pension, that annuity coming through. It's constantly marketed to them through their entire career that they're going to get this annuity payment. So the word annuity and the point of getting a guaranteed check for life, it already resonates with them. They totally get it. And then the other opportunity with the federal marketplace is that they have group coverages for life and long-term care. And you can imagine they're not the best, unless they're not healthy, then yeah, something's better than nothing. But they have this opportunity there to take advantage of additional resources like individually owned life insurance and then also individually owned long-term care. But the bigger play is that once they get closer to retirement, say 59 and a half, then you can move what's called the TSP account, Thrift Savings Plan. That Thrift Savings Plan, if you could take a portion of it now and not the whole thing. In the past, you had to move the whole thing over, which sometimes would create a suitability issue or something along the lines where the client didn't want to move all of it. They just want to move a portion of it. But you can move a portion of that now over into an income annuity. So how cool is that? Hey, here's a secondary pension. And a lot of these federal employees, they may have Social Security also, depending on how they were classified. So they have their FERS account, they'll have their Social Security, they can have this additional benefit coming through. It's also a great door opener to talk about the pension benefits and how to maximize life insurance. So back in the day, when I was in California, we worked heavily with the teacher marketplace. A business partner of mine, he has since retired, but he developed this entire system to market to teachers, and it worked amazing. We would send out these mailers to the teachers, and for every 100 mailers, we'd get about 20 to 30 appointments. That's how high the ratio was. It was incredible. Now, most mailers are hoping to get like 1%. We were getting 20 to 30% return. It was awesome. And then we would sit down with the teachers and we'd explain to them how their CalSTRS or their CalPERS, those were the pension programs in California, how they actually worked. And then how Social Security would play with that. Because a lot of these teachers think they don't get any Social Security. Well, in fact, they may indeed still be entitled to Social Security. And a lot of the older teachers, they have a different program where they're actually paying into Social Security and the pension plan. So it just depends. So again, these are another door openers, federal marketplaces or state and local government people, because they need help and they're the most familiar with annuities. Okay, they all know about annuities because they're constantly inundated with it. It's the easiest transition of a sale. So when we deal with TSP accounts now, it's super simple. It's like, hey, look, how about another income stream that you can never outlive? Great, I want to do that. Because most people don't understand their TSP or the funds that are in there, and they just want to get a consistent stream of income. So it's a great opportunity to capitalize on that marketplace. And there are some other softwares that you can get that can run the pension reports for these federal employees. We had a software that would run it for like CalSTRS and CalPERS, and it just illustrates, hey, look, based on just like running a Social Security report, same thing. There's software for everything out there. I mean, I wouldn't go out and invest in it unless you're really going to try to capitalize on this marketplace. But if you're looking for a way to start growing your practice and scaling, and you've already worked through your own book of business, you're looking for more opportunities without spending a ton of money on leads, then you can look at niche markets like federal spaces. And they have specific lead programs out there for federal employees. I mean, it works pretty well. Now, is it our niche? No. And that's just because we found our niche in long-term care and doing seminars and then partner with agents and agencies all over the country for referral business. But that's just us. Are we going to switch? No way. We already have a system. It already works. Are we going to add on to our divisions of specializations? Yeah, but we're going to divide and conquer. We're going to have an agent focus on federal benefits. We'll have an agent that's focused on doing just the life insurance, just the final expense. So you can kind of develop your team that way as well. And as long as you have a lead source or something for somebody to sell, anybody will come work with you, okay? Because if you can provide a roof over their head, support, and leads, an opportunity to make a lot of money, they're not going to leave you. They can work with you. So think about these different opportunities. If you know anybody in the Fed space, then you should call them and be like, look, hey, let me take a look at your TSP account. And it's very similar to 401k. You can't move it if they're under 59 and a half. And then once they're over 59 and a half, even while working, now you can move some of it. And then once they separate from service, then you can move it. And that opens you up. Maybe you want to focus on police officers. They have their own separate total pension benefits, either city, county, state, or federal. And so you can focus on that market. It's all about creating